Good day, everyone. Welcome to another Season 7 bracket round. Today we have bracket round 1, Exodus versus Avi. Should be a very exciting match. Very much looking forward to it. Today with our volunteers, we have tracking for us, Palm and Waylon, and then Race Monitor Star. And then as well, Star will be commentating alongside with Matt the Matt. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. How are you, Matt?
Doing fine as well. We have an exciting match in front of us, Exodus versus Xavi. I expect pretty much everything.
Yeah, we've got ourselves two good runners, Exodus Seed 18 and Xavi Seed 2. Both very, very experienced runners. 340 races for Exodus, 275 for Xavi. Pretty even split as far as races they've both participated in, 12 to 10 in favor of Exodus, so this should be fun.
Yeah, we have, of course, Exodus, who is known for his superb execution. Xavi is also a very great player. Maybe he's has a bit of a different style. Maybe he just plays a bit more wildly. I'm just curious how this will go. Maybe we can have a look at the settings.
Yeah, we got some fairly tame settings today. The settings we got is let's see. First off, Exodus banned Dungeon Entrance Randomizer. Xavi banned Dungeon Skill Sanity. And the Exodus picked Required Only. Xavi chose Open Deku. Exodus took Free Scarecrow and it got one chicken from by way of Xavi. So both are just using some fairly tame settings. Should be fairly speedy, especially Required Only and Open Deku. Nothing too wacky. Gonna be an execution race.
Yeah, it looks like they made it easy for us commentators. We don't have to pay attention to any entrances. Everything is just on their normal place except for the items. We have an Epona start and a Shadow Medallion. It's always a bit tricky to have Epona as a starting song. Yeah, we will see what the seed will throw us.
Yeah. Let's see. For those, let's see. For a lot of our settings here, fairly self-explanatory. Open Deku, you don't need a Kokiri sword to get in. You just walk in the door. Free Scarecrow is you don't need to set Peter as child. One chicken is exactly that for Angie's chickens. Required Only is the interesting one here because, you can get the items you need to beat your 6 medallions in Ganon. You might never access your stones. Some or all of them. It is entirely possible, for instance, to have Stone Shadow and Nocturne on OOT. So that'll be interesting to see how much the seed railroads them into that. It's a setting that especially requires a good knowledge of logic, because breaking logic can be ill-advised and Required Only when it might never become in logic, because not everything is guaranteed accessible. Deku, Jabu, Spirit, Forest, DC, which means Shadow, Water, and Fire are our zones. OT is Sun Song, DC is Path to Twin Rova, Skull Mask is Dead, and the Water Temple Central Pillar is a key.
I love, by the way, how Exodus ended up on top of the pedestal. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, you can do that. OT Sun Song, that one the more interesting. We could have gotten some very funny songs at OT, but Sun Song is, well, probably not one we're going to worry about. Until we get Sun Song right, and then we're going to be sad if that's required.
So we will be interested to see if 40 or 50 skulls may be required to seed, because we don't get Sunsong early or at all. So this will be one of the major early game piece of knowledge.
Yep. That said, with this being Required Only, this is mostly a fairly friendly medallion layout. This is mostly pretty low requirement dungeons with the exception of Spirit Temple. So we could have a pretty quick seed, depending on how bad those spirit items are, basically.
Yeah, we also have 2 dungeons that sometimes don't have a path, maybe even 3, because we have Open Deku. So we might see some double paths this seed.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Nothing else, just Decoration of Endorf is nice. Hero Castle Fairy is only 5 bomb chews. We're not going for that.
Well, these runners would take any number of chews at the moment.
Yeah, Yeah, but that particular check is bomb locked. I think by the time you get explosives to get in, I'm not sure it's worth 5 chews for that.
Okay, coming up to our first song. Is it Ziel or is it something more spicy?
Lero. Okay, that's another free song.
It's a potential start to a song chain. We will for sure play that song before we turn child again.
Yep. At the moment, though, we don't really have anything else to make use of with Bolero other than just that, so we're gonna wait until we clear out the rest of CAC in the graveyard at least before we decide to go there, because once we get in there, we currently can't get back out other than save quitting. 40 is dead. And 50 is a slingshot. No thanks.
Okay, logical 50 for deco completion.
If that is our only available slingshot for the Woods target, that will be something funny. And mean. Very, very unlikely, but not zero, as we see Neru's Love is not going to be picked up by Xavi.
Yeah, but yeah, under normal conditions, we don't need any more skulls than 20 or perhaps 30 today.
Yep. 50 is most likely dead. There is a very low chance that it's not, but it is probably.
I would say
not quite.
extremely low, yeah. Maybe a couple of percentages and then I'm probably already on the high side.
Yeah, it's like maybe 1 or 2% or something odd of that slingshot being required. It's one of those you're going to assume instead, unless it's going to be a last location if that ends up being needed. Hover boots in the crate.
Overboot's always nice to have,
Yep.
especially with Bolero.
Yep. Unfortunately, we can't pick them up. Is the problem. They would like hover boots right now, but they can't get them.
Yeah, the seed doesn't give us very much yet, so I guess we just play Bolero and go child.
Seems like it, unless we find something on Dompe. We're pretty much out of checks to do as adult here. Dompe giving both hookshots so we can pick that up would actually be rather nice, but the odds of that are also really low.
Let's see if the runners get a good time, like a 47, 48.
We'll see. Nice jump slash for Xavi. Neither of them have... Dompe's been pretty nice to them both today. As I say that, oops, sorry, Exodus, jinxed him. Yeah, this will be like a 47, 48. Okay, for Xavi, it'll be a little bit more for Exodus since he got hit with the flame as soon as I said that. What did Xavi just do?
Wait, what happened? Did he void out at the door?
I think he voided out of the door, yeah. Oops.
Oh, that's real. That must feel really bad in such a race.
Yeah.
It's not
Got
like
a
you
minute
can lose
time
him.
lost for Zaku Children and Junk.
It's not like you can lose a minute against Exodus.
Yeah. Ooh, and gets hit by 2 flames as well. Much worse luck on that this time around.
Sometimes it can also help you when it alleviates the pressure somewhat if you feel like, okay, well, maybe it's just not going to be my day, let's just play the game.
What is that on the crater wall, by the way, so we get Song of Time here? Heart piece on the volcano at least is very easy to spot, but I couldn't catch what the wall was.
We have another opportunity here when Xavi plays Bolero. Yeah, I hope it doesn't come down in the end of the race to this unfortunate moment.
Yeah, but if Xavi loses by a minute, we know why. I still can't tell what that is on the wall.
Was it a pack of bomb juice?
I don't know. It wasn't a herpes, and I don't think it was a rupee, but I can't tell what it actually is.
Well, we'll find out in Adult 2 if they prioritize this or not.
Yep. Xavi did skip the heart container and shield grave, but that one pros and cons kind of. Pick your pick. Anyhow, pack child for both runners. Xavi, you read this already, but gonna just double check, I guess. My Hylian Shield for Exodus.
Let's see if he keeps some money for the shooting game. Well, precisely 20. Xavi seems to have a mask already, but that's just the skin, I believe.
Yeah, that is the. He is playing as with Fierce Deity Link as adult, and that is one of the variants of Majora's Mask Link as child there. Which has the key and mask as default. Lens on child shooting of dubious use.
We might need it for Spirit, as long as we don't find Requiem.
Yeah, we'll find out. We do already have a bonus song, and we know where hover boots are, so that's considerations to be had. Then do basically a child 3-song route, Lon Ranch to probably Kokiri, maybe do a Valley Lake loop depending on what they do or don't find. Really just a really slow start. We have nothing basically 8 minutes in.
Yeah.
That lens is our first actual item in our inventory.
I'm going to laugh when the next item is magic.
That would be funny. Although rounding in lens game would kind of suck right now.
They should be fine, I guess. When usually they get enriched as well in Child 1.
It's true. There's just no Sun Song Fence. That's an OT, and we're probably never getting that.
Would be really nice if we had the Composer's Grave hint in the seed.
Yeah.
I mean the other one, yeah, sorry.
And the Red Rupee off Talon is a refund, I guess. That's about it.
I feel bad for that skull. Always the first one to die.
The storms.
Well, it gives us some more checks.
Yeah, some more checks, couple more hints. Oh! Yeah, I knew that. Excellent.
Yeah, it's just a slow start, not much to talk about.
There really isn't. Alright, what's in the tower? Loopy, alright. We're safe cutting to Kokiri here for Exodus.
Maybe we can get hyped for Midos. Has to have something,
Hopefully
right?
there's something in there. I mean, we're slowly running out of checks to do.
So, chat, how many items we will find in Midos? How many big chests?
One of our trackers, Palm, saying 2. I'm gonna say 0 just for the laughs. We'll find out shortly anyhow. Well, actually, case word chest.
In my last seed we had one big one, one hard chest, and 2 small chests with stews.
Nice.
That was funny.
New IT guy suggesting 3 with Ferora's Bottle and Dins. That would be something.
Xavi is walking out, so this is a Valley Lake play for sure.
Yep.
And I think I like it. I think Valley Lake is especially good if you don't find anything early.
Ooh, choose.
Oh, that's actually a super big find. I'm not sure if Xavi will pick that up.
Yeah, it's hard to say since it is a small chest and Xavi's not been picking up all of those. Well, we'll see how many that is. We know it has to be at least 10 because it's a 5-pack on the Hyrule Castle Fairy that was hinted earlier. And verdict on Mido's house is 1 big chest.
Oh, this is exactly the layout I was just talking about.
And a wallet.
Nice.
Which is a major item, just not particularly helpful.
Oh, now he doesn't open these 2, okay.
Again, guess he already has his 10 pack of choose, and he's gonna leave the rest behind.
Yeah, but you might want to know if your opponent has choose, because your opponent might pick those 2 up.
I mean, with that wallet, you can also go buy choose now from since we have a bonus song for Ramshu Carpet Salesman, right?
Yeah, I see. But I think for most runners, it's more common to pick up these 2 small chests than the one in the maze in Kokiri Forest.
That's also true. Frogs 2 is dead. That's really not a surprise, particularly with recorded only and a child song on OT.
Okay, we have some diversion. Xavi getting the first item here, but it's just a hard ritual.
And our second deck who hit 30 is dead, Eric.
So, yeah, Skulls is not going to be an issue to seed.
Nope. I cannot see the item in the waterfall there.
As a general rule of thumb, if you can't see it, it's important.
Yeah. Central Pillar is still a small key, thank you. We probably don't care.
It's not going to be a bloopy, it's not going to be a hard piece, so what is it?
It's a bow. That is nice to have.
That's certainly nice.
Art chest there on the bottom for Exo, and on the top is a small chest, which he will open, okay. For a bloopy. Yes, indeed, Danny, that is in fact a lach for Xavi. ARC, the French for bow. Alright, got another hint here for Xavi incoming as Exodus heads for the top floor. Graveyard Path to Twin Rova.
And that's our first double hint.
Not surprising, as mentioned, we're not going to get a lot of, we're not going to get, some of our dungeons won't necessarily have paths. That said, we've also found, what, hover boots, and that's it right now for that?
But yeah, we also have Sunstone Grave in Graveyard, so
Yeah.
don't want to call anything into existence, but...
Hovers could be path for that too, because Shadows is stone, and so is Fire Temple, but we don't know.
But
Nothing on the Compass Room of Deku.
It's most likely just a song in Graveyard that's going to be path.
Could be the Wasteland Crossing too, yeah, Jax, we just don't know yet. We don't have access to those hovers right now, but that doesn't really matter right now. Deku so far a complete and a total bust. That is everything that is in Logic right now. As we don't have a Slingshot, 50 Skulls is not available with the current inventory. But hopefully Lost Woods SFM will prove to be a bit more useful because Xavi's also found nothing in Lake.
Ah, he is keeping this time of day. He's saving and then he's going to Open Grotto, I guess.
Open Grotto, Remote Grotto, probably.
He doesn't have explosives yet, does he?
No, because that was in the Kokiri Sword chest, remember? Oh yeah, and that good point, right. Look.
But yeah, Exodus is doing the first out of logic check, which is always really dangerous in beatable only.
This one at least is a boss of a medallion dungeon. You know it will be in Logic eventually.
That's a fair point. But it's also the yellow medallion, so who knows? Maybe it's actually logical, the last one.
Yeah, I mean, we know where one slingshot is. It's on 50 skulls, but that will eventually be accessible.
Oh,
Deku is
Deku
foolish. Gee, thank you.
Oh, that's actually a very nice hint.
Ooh, hammer. That's a handy find. Not quite the thing you want to see with Stone Fire, but it does give you some explosive locks checks.
Xavi actually hit the jackpot there with the Valley Lake play, and especially with the Open Grotto play after that. That's really crazy.
Yep. Alright, I am gonna have to go step away for a minute. We are on a 20-minute delay, and FPA has been called, so I'll be back.
Okay, that means in 20 minutes from now we might have an FPA situation. So Star will handle that. I will take over. But yeah, that find was really great for Xavi. He will be able to skip a few things in Deku, or he doesn't even have to go to a couple of rooms. So that's easily saves the 1 minute he lost. Okay, market to Baronade. And another graveyard to Twin Rova. We haven't found anything in market except the lens.
Look, I'll keep you updated on the FPA pause. I am the race monitor for this race as well as commentating, so it's kind of my job to manage FPA calls if they happen. Xavi picking up those bomb shoes. I also saw we got a market marinade path a minute ago, which might be for that lens question mark.
Yeah, it's really good also that Xavi picked up that small chest, because he won't be down on the juice. He does have the hammer though.
Thanks to the sub, shoes are made for walking. Ha! Speaking of shoes. Right, so for those who are wondering what the FPA is that it is if you have an event that happens to you out of your control and you virtual console crashes is the most common. I believe Exos plays on VDC, so it might have been that. He hasn't specified what specifically to go instead. That's an in-logic strength upgrade as adult hammer. It could be Wii Virtual Console crashes. It could be other emulator crashes. This could extend to things like power outs if you need to go restart something. If you have a brief power out and you need to get your things back up. A number of things. You get up to 15 minutes to catch up on lost time while your opponent waits for you. This is only for events out of your control. This does not cover known soft locks like climbing ladders during cutscenes or using Din's Fire at the top of Spirit Temple in versions of the randomizer where it hadn't been fixed yet. But that is fixed on latest versions of the randomizer nowadays, and some other loose ends. It also doesn't cover things like you save quitting without actually doing the save part of the save quit. Do not recommend that.
Yeah, I guess it also doesn't cover things like your parents suddenly knocking at the door.
No. If your fire alarm goes off, that is cool. Like, real-life emergencies are covered. Like, if your fire alarm goes off, or if you have a tornado siren or something, yeah, you can call it. Yeah, or like controller issues are covered by FPA as well, yeah, Jax, among other things. These are not very good ones, by the way. Plenty of repeats that we don't need. And Colossus' right hand is a no. Okay, we don't care.
That's still good information, because Exodus might not go to Gruda Valley for a long time.
Yep. I just said Love OT, it does not cover known soft locks like climbing ladders during cutscenes. There is a publicly published list of known soft locks that all runners are expected to read. It is in the FPA rules document that read this list and be aware to not do that. Bombag is in logic, by the way, as adult with hammer, since we have Saria's song for adult SFM access. Okay. It's fine. It does not cover known soft locks with known ways of avoiding them. There are certain known soft locks with no confirmed cause / way to avoid it that are still covered by FPA, such as there is a soft lock in South Hyrule Field, usually near the remote grotto, where if you have just too much stuff on screen, the game just crashes if you pull out the hookshot. That is a known soft lock, but there's no real known way to avoid it if it happens, so that is still covered by FPA.
That's
strength 2.
That's 2 strengths in Lost Woods. So the seed is slowly giving us good stuff.
Yep.
Xavi hasn't done Deku yet. Maybe he'll do it right away, or maybe he'll wait until he has something to make Deku a bit faster. Although at this point, that's only bombs or slingshot.
Yeah. Hovers are looking rather likely for the robot path.
Yeah, hovers are in logic as well now with the bomb bag.
I'm backed by the 2-axis Child River for beans, yep. Our DC path of Twin River is accessible now too with our bomb bag. We can do everything except for Rudy here in Child River City.
We don't have ZL yet, but we also haven't seen all the songs yet. Might be adult SFM. Or on Requiem, that seems like the two most logical places for it to be.
Alright, so FPA has been resolved on the back end. Crash happened about 37 minutes in, and then we just got resolved just under the 44-minute mark. So we'll have about 7 minutes of time to kill it in about like 13 minutes or so.
So everyone who is missing out on snacks, you have a moment in about 10 to 15 minutes to pick those up.
Pretty much. I probably guess the mismatch numbers, but yeah, we'll see that in about like 15-ish minutes will be when we see the FPA. You also might hear me on X's stream a bit briefly at points since I did hop into his VC at one point. Okay, we just... Okay, we just apparently got all the Water Temple sometime since, because we've got the Water Temple Central Pillar, the Water Temple River Chest, and the Water Temple Boss Chest, I think. They really want to tell us to not go to Stone Water, apparently. Thanks! Good that we want to go to Stone Water and beatable only anyhow, but sure, game.
Wait, do we have 3 hints for Water Temple? 3 different checks?
Yes, we got the Central Pillars, River Chest, and Boss Key Chest sometimes since.
Oh, wow. Was the boss key on any of those?
Nope. Small key on Central Pillar, the other two are both junk.
Oh, it's going to be on River Chest or Darklink, right?
Probably. Or it could be Morpha, because remember it's required only, and we probably not.
Oh yeah,
probably don't need Sunsong. It is only one chicken, so we're gonna just check this one in and be done for EXO.
Oh, maybe we might not even get CL this season.
Yeah, that's quite possible. Long shot chest actually in logic though? I mean, possible Linko. Depending on the key layout, of course. Oh, we got our double walled off hot router. I missed that earlier. Oops.
Okay, Exodus opting to go to bottom of the well without ZL.
We don't know where ZL is. We might not ever get it, especially with the stone layout. It's not I don't think it's a terrible play.
Yeah, it's quite a decent play.
Yeah, Planet Bingo, Adult Grab Hovers, go GTG. I mean, games, I'd also go beat DC. It's Path of Twin Rova and it's a medallion. You're doing that before you head over towards the Gerudo area.
Highly unlikely that that's going to be for a strength.
If that's for a strength upgrade, I have questions, given that both our strengths are in logic. It could be Mirror Shield, could be a hookshot. Could be a couple other things. Magic would make sense.
Anything that leads to Requiem.
Required only means that you are only guaranteed access to the dungeons to the items that are required to beat the game. So in these win conditions, that means your 6 medallions plus bow, magic, light arrows for Ganon as we get irons in the well. Not what we wanted, game. You may not necessarily get items for that are otherwise unrequired for those win conditions. So with Stone Water, we might never see a long shot. Although we have seen both the irons and the hammer, concerningly, for stone water and stone fire, not quite what we wanted. Nocturne, might not be accessible with Shadow Temple there. You could have a boss key on Volvagia, boss key on Morpha, boss key on Bongo, that kind of thing. We actually could have had Zelda's Lullaby on the Ocarina of Time this seed, though we didn't end up with that. It is Sunsong on AD today, and other things. Like, normally, typically the default for a randomizer is all locations reachable, where you are guaranteed access to everything, regardless of whether or not you actually need to beat the seed. That is not the case in required only.
Yeah, so we haven't found anything in bottom of the well yet, except those iron boots. But I assume... Oh, Xavi actually didn't go there. He's leaving again.
Oh, apparently. Okay, there's a slingshot. 50 skulls confirmed dead, so it was 99% dead anyway. Mostly annoying because we aren't going back for Woodstark anytime fast, I don't think, right now.
Xavi's going for the market with the hero and also for the... I guess he's going DC after.
Yeah. Sadly, no magic needed to go do the lens game, but can get richer in bowling. Then, yeah.
We can also do Bomchu bowling, so we have like 4 checks now.
That's what I said that, yeah.
I was distracted for 1 second.
It's 3 Richard in bowling. We can't do lens game, and we know
Oh,
Hard
yeah,
Castle Fairy's a chew pack.
But I know
And we can't
one
do
runner...
Hard Castle Fairy anyway, so... Oh, hey, small key on well-locked pits is a good example, by the way, of required only. That is 3 key lock in logic.
Yeah. That cannot happen with all locations reachable.
Yep. Okay, heart piece on the first check of bowling. Xavi abusing the poor dog.
With the dog having infinite HP.
Yep. And our first bottle, which... He's thinking about it and decides no. Honestly, it's not the worst idea. We know we will need to get Ruto's letter eventually. We know that 30 through 50 skulls are dead, and out of logic, sequence breaking into Ice Cavern is less appealing and required only.
I think it's really bold to skip it. What if there's something on pose?
It is a risk, to be fair, yes. Especially, actually, with Market Path, but we'll see. Nothing on Redad Grotto. We'll see if that bites Xavi. It is interesting because he's the only runner with a bow right now because he went Valley.
But yeah, this is what I expect from Xavi. Sometimes just make some bold plays, and he feels like being up against Exodus that he needs to skip a few things here and there. I understand.
Yeah. Now, I assume at this point he's going DC. Exodus's time of day is not great right now for Night Market, I think. Okay, Boulder Destiny will give him the time of day he needs for that.
Oh, actually, yeah, the time of day perfectly working out here for Exodus.
Yep. Let's start hitting here. Deku is foolish still, yes, thank you.
Yeah, he's not going to be thrilled to read that, but what he doesn't know, of course, is that Xavi found that hint earlier than he did.
Yep.
Oh, no. Oh, this is really bad.
Oh yeah, that might not. He's not making it as the Wolf Howl.
That loses like 2 minutes, maybe even more.
I think at this point he's gonna probably go Valley Lake, which will get him his bow, so there's worse things he could get stuck doing, I guess. Pros and cons is it does get him this bow out of Valley. He can check Redad, or not Redad, Tektite Grotto on the way as well.
Yeah, maybe he'll just check. Maybe we'll just check Tektite Grotto and then he'll go back.
Maybe. That's true. We'll see here. Xavi does not currently have time of day for adult shooting gallery, but he can DCs your time of day to daytime anyway, so he's fine on that. And Tektite Grotto is red or beat.
Yeah, so those irons are not important as far as we know.
Yep, and okay, nope, Xavi's Exodus is just heading back to market.
maybe we can get some confirmation by chat if it was actually a red rupee or Dins.
My eyesight is not great, so do not take my word on that.
But yeah, I also thought it was a red rupee.
Chat Enko
okay.
says it's definitely not Dins. All right, let's go with it's a red rupee then.
We believe incoherent.
Exodus is going to miss Richard, so we know that one was just a bloopy. Is going to be able to do bowling. We'll see if he gets that bottle, because he's the one without a bow for big toes right now.
So Xavi, the first one to make it to DC, 32 minutes in.
Yep. This is Path and the Medallion, so you're just going to... And full clearable in Logic, so just clear it pretty quick. And get a hint here too, which will be nice. Eventually, Fountain is foolish. Okay, game.
Another reason why Iron Boots might not be needed to DC.
Yeah, I'm actually a little worried we got irons, because those were fully in Logic in the well. They were not key locked. So thinking about that, Boblin does decide to pick it up. Irons being available is a little concerning. Tech Rondo being unrequired, Fountain being foolish, and Water being a stone with 3 separate sometimes hints telling us to not go there. There's Magic, which would probably be Path to Lerva. I'm a little concerned why our irons are available. It doesn't have to mean anything, but it is concerning that they are around.
Okay, well, it doesn't concern me yet, but who knows? Maybe I'm naive.
Yeah, Landscape is in Logic, but this is also Wasteland Crossing in Logic. Hey Hollow, what's the story? See, it doesn't seem to look too bad yet. Really dry start, but it's picking up now. We've got a collection of funny path hints mostly. We've got DC Path to Twin Rova for what's looking like a magic meter. We've got Hover's Path to Rova currently in Graveyard. Lens is the only thing found in Market Path to Baronade. No sign of Requiem, no sign of ZL. We probably need to cross the Wasteland by all accounts right now. And also an FPA call's coming in a couple minutes.
Oh, Xavi jumping down there. Cannot be recommended.
Yep. I'll explain FPA when it happens.
Yeah, no spoilers. We'll just wait until it happens.
I'm also where Diesel actually knows what FPA is and is being fun with us. Yeah. Your Sim Exodus is just going to follow Xavi over to DC at this point.
Yeah, we don't have
Skulls
good
is a
warp songs.
slingshot. We know it's unrequired slingshot. There's a slingshot in the well, so that's fine.
We don't have good warp songs yet, so we just have to hike all the way to DC. So far, the only thing we found is magic, so it's definitely looking like that's going to be the item.
So a couple checks left though in the back.
I did not think that that bomb would work, but apparently it was close enough to the eye. So after we clear the sea, where are we going? Maybe some cleanup in the Corn City area?
Ground City area potentially. Yes, I think you want to consider Wasteland Crossing at some point, but I might want a hookshot before I go all the way out there. I'd probably like to check the Minuet song, see if we can find Requiem maybe, just to make getting back to Colossus faster, because while the game is telling us it wants us to get there, it's also kind of annoying to backtrack since we can't clear Spirit in one trip right now without a mirror or hookshot.
Yeah.
Above KD.
I think we have to go to the Minuet song to figure out if CL is there, if Requiem is there, and then we can reevaluate.
Yep. And okay, yeah. So this is the FPA for Exodus. Just game crashed for no particular reason other than it did. This is the FPA call that we mentioned briefly earlier, which is a system to help races being decided by crashes, soft locks, power surges, outages, and other unfortunate circumstances out of the player's control. As Exodus gets up to 15 minutes to catch up on his time loss here from this crash. I don't actually remember when his last save was off the top of my head because I forgot to pay attention to that. But I believe that was a VC crash, though it didn't have the usual sound effect. So Exodus is going to go catch up on his lost time. And then we'll be back in a few minutes. This is on a 20-minute delay, so this actually happened about 20 minutes ago in real time. But we've got about 7 minutes or so, basically, to kill time here.
Gives me the opportunity to call FCA, Fair Commentator Agreement, to be away for 1 minute.
Yeah, do that. So yeah, Exodus is currently paused, just letting us know in about 20 minutes ago that he crashed, and then he'll be starting to catch up. This is partially why I never tried to use VC for Aces. Well, yeah, as you can see by that text there, which is the Japanese for a classic controller's record, or the exact wording is on that text, Exodus plays on Virtual Console, which is known to spontaneously crash for no real reason other than it just does that sometimes. And that is one of the most common causes of FPA, although we also have it sometimes for power outs, internet crashes, controller problems. It does not cover known soft locks with known fixes, such as climbing a ladder during a cutscene. It's like in Dodongo's Cavern. It doesn't cover things like using Din's Fire at the top of Spirit Temple in versions of the Randomizer that didn't fix that bug. It looks like Exodus saved. This was after. Okay, Lexus's last save was save quitting out of the well basement. So he has his iron boots, and he's gonna now go back adult. He does have the time of day to. You cannot do new checks. He cannot go and run off to Hyrule Castle Ferry, for instance, but he can just get back the time he lost in getting back to DC. He can skip the Hyrule Field Boulder of Destiny and Tech Grotto since he peaked those both. He doesn't have to redo them since they were not items that he needed, but he does need to get back to DC. He crashed immediately after placing a bomb to open the first mud wall in DC, so that is where he needs to get back to. He will probably get the bottle back, and then he'll get back to DC. Yeah, changes the time of day, but that doesn't matter because he's doing DC anyway. Exactly. And Xavi is going to wait until Exodus catches up, and then they will be going again after that.
So I'm back again.
Yep, just explaining the crash. Exodus's last save quit was out of the well basement mat, so he's gonna get the bottle back and get back to DC, and that's about it. And I'll also now take a break since I'm close to the bathroom.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago I brought up the topic of FPAs in the Discord. And one of my questions was, what happens in terms of ammo? So suppose the runners wouldn't have bomb bag yet. Would they need to have the same number of bomb tubes, for example, at the end of the FPA? And apparently there are not really rules for this. But of course there are some, how to say, it makes sense to try to put yourself back in the same position. But I don't think there are rules that say, okay, you have to check your bomb tube count and make sure it's the same number before and after the FPA. But yeah, since we have bomb bag the seed, this is not really an issue. Bomb count is going to play a very minor role here.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, looks like chat's been pretty thorough about answering questions, but yeah, Xavi waits until Exodus catches up or until 15 minutes is up. FP only covers 15 minutes, though if your opponent has crashed in such a way that they have more than 15 minutes to catch up, the opponent can, but is absolutely not required to wait longer. That is the gentleman's agreement P on that. The obvious common things for the other runner to do is go take a bathroom break. think about the seed. I mean, it's not like we can stop the other person from thinking about the seed for not, telepaths. There isn't a rule for save once you've caught back up just in case this happens again, but generally people do that, yes. um, I mean, we can't force you to save.
So we're almost back. Exodus just needs to walk up to DC, place the bomb, and ideally save just before he does that.
Yep. Yeah, it is also 15 minutes for the entirety of the race, not 15 minutes per call. And luckily, Xavi, Exo VC crashed in DC. Yeah. Don't like it joking, but anyhow.
Exodus is waiting for a moment. Ah, okay, now he goes.
He's also reducing his bomb count close to what it was, I think, when he crashed.
That's some solid sportsmanship there.
Yep. I don't actually remember what his bomb count was, but anyway.
He doesn't save.
Not taking the skill, okay. I guess. Yeah, that's his choice. He doesn't have to do new checks, but alright. He had placed a bomb and then crashed. So this is maybe like a couple seconds since the ball hadn't quite blown up when he crashed, but good point, basically. No one really cares about it. 2 seconds there. So at this point, he typed in the race time room that he had set up. Xavi said he was ready to go, and then I counted them down. They'll be going again in about 10 or 15 seconds, I think. He could have recollected the DMT wall skills and he did so the first time, but he doesn't have to.
Maybe he forgot that he picked it up and he wasn't sure. He did place the bomb there.
Possible.
He did place the bomb there, so maybe that's why he placed the bomb.
Mm-hmm. In any case, not particularly consequential enough. Considerations. Our runner is about a DC apart. Xavi's got a bow, Exo has a bottle, and that's and a slingshot for Exo, but not much else different right now.
Yeah, so the small advantage so far goes to Xavi, with being at on progression, having the bow.
Yeah, the bow is a bit more meaningful progression than a slingshot and a bottle and irons.
The bottle might also be important.
Yeah. Alright, Spearmint for Xavi. He's gonna go down the shooting gallery here. Exo has already done Deku Tree, but Xavi knows it's foolish, so he's gonna go back there sometime later. Probably do it in the same child trip as Jabu whenever that comes up. And hope Din shows up before doing it faster, but yeah.
So Magic being confirmed path.
Yep, was the only thing we found in DC. Increases the odds that it is Wasteland Crossing required, although it could also just be the Spirit Key layout, we don't know which. It could in fact also just be for the Lens game, since the Lens end wasn't half market, and Lens game itself is in market. Adult Shooting Gallery was nothing for Xavi. And it looks like he is gonna head up field. Wasn't quite sure if he's heading out to field or DMT for a second there.
Did any of the runners place the bean? I don't think they had.
Nobody went to river, so no.
If they had, they would have had hovers, which made Bolero much stronger.
Yeah.
But then again, they would also lose a bit of time as child. So it's basically waiting now for a hook shot, and then we can really do a lot of things in the seat.
Yeah.
GGG
Yeah, I mean,
will be
big things are missing. Hookshot, Rido's Rang, and the Mirror Shield are the big things we need.
Yeah, GGG is also high on the cards with Epona start, and we have a couple of good items already for GGG.
Strength 2 and a bow already, yeah.
But then again, the entire back of GGG is still not available without hookshot.
Nope. Not in logic, at least, and we do want to keep track of logic since it's required only.
Another important moment coming up here. If the left side... Oh wait, they have both have strength too. But yeah, the hammer's not going to be important here.
It'll make it faster, but Hammer is not required to do this check. Xavi didn't buy a Hylian Shell, so his cannot catch them and is having to jump slash these boulders. Because it's... She looks kind of silly, but it works.
Yeah, I'm not entirely... It looked even faster than what I do normally do.
Burning Keg is minuet. Okay, we don't care. Yes.
Okay, so you need to beat Forest in order to get Minuet. Nice.
Sorry is on logically required is about the only thing that tells us, and sorry is just vanilla. Unless we get an SFM path, okay, then it's just a wasted path that I don't think this otherwise.
But yeah, we will find a path for Forest.
Metagoron is dead. Not Metagoron Hint. Metagoron Hint, sorry. Metagoron is not shuffled. Metagoron Hint is not found. It's so foolish.
Important distinction in S7.
Yep. Yes. How does picking work? So, the top seed. The top seed in each match. So for game ones, the top seed in the matchup. So Exodus is seed 18, Xavi is seed 2. Gets to pick their choice in the whether they ban first or second. Xavi chose to ban second, so X got to ban first. So they each banned one major setting. In this case, Exodus banned Dungeon ER, and Xavi banned Dungeon Skull Sanity. And then Exodus, being first to ban and first to pick the major setting, picked required only. Xavi then picked Open Deku. Then Xavi got the minor first, which is one chicken, and then she picked one chicken, and Exodus picked Free Scarecrow. For game 2, the loser gets first choice of ban order, and for game 3, for game 2's loser of game 1 gets first choice in ban order. For game 3's, it is the loser of game 2 that gets the first choice in ban order. And yeah, you can also ban minors. And this works the same for the challenge gun. We do follow the same rules for that as well. Aside from the 3-way tiebreakers, which is a whole other thing. Really done with yet. Not great.
Always bad to see the original chest here.
Dreadful.
Oh, Prelude, okay.
Yeah. No, hey, Deku no lax. Where's Xavi going?
He's going to get the bottle.
Bottle, Planet B, maybe?
Or maybe hovers.
CAMC is chest appearance matches contents, which can be size, texture, or both. In S7 default, it is both. So you have there is a minor setting, as Exodus majorly fails, like Goron, ouch, to turn it off completely. No size and no texture.
Or maybe he realized he wants to do bottom of the well.
That's also possible for Xavi. He might have forgotten that earlier. Or he might have been hoping to find ZL as a doll, but ZL is not showing up right now. What are our remaining subjects for ZL anyway?
Lens game is still on his mind, perhaps.
That too, although he needs time of day for it. And I think if he wanted to do his lens game right now, he would have set time of day at OGC. Yeah, ZL, if ZL is accessible, which is not a guarantee this scene, if ZL is accessible, it's at it's either Colossus or Prelude, and then we find a scale someplace for Jabu access. Because otherwise, Ice Cavern is inaccessible, Composer Grave is obviously inaccessible, Yeah, those are the other 2 song checks we.
They were
Because
choose.
our
Okay.
missing songs are Serenade, not helpful to anything. Nocturne doesn't have to be available since Shadows of Stone, and Requiem doesn't have to be available depending on the Spirit key layout since we have Wasteland Crossing in Logic.
So remember when you didn't see what was on the creator wall? It was actually
Yep.
choose. So.
Ah. Ice Cavern Path to Twin Rova, by the way. Our 3rd Twin Rova path of the day. So, Runa's Letter is not going to be our go mode item.
Yeah, so that probably means we won't get a path for King Dodongo and we won't get a path for Deku.
Yep. I mean, that both makes sense, honestly. 20 is dead, that's our final sometimes hint. That makes sense that we aren't getting a Deku path, because we know we have a slingshot from the well, and we know there's a one on 50 skulls. Goma was junk, and it's the light medallion, so presumably the slingshot locks nothing but Goma, and 50 skulls is eventually in Logic. Okay, it's not in Logic right now, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that sounds like a very great analysis.
Ice to Twin Rova, by the way, is probably Zealot Colossus for Requiem and Ace. Which would also explain why this game wants us to cross the wasteland.
So we're only missing a forest path, and we know that we will get one, because Sarias will be path.
Yep. If nothing else, Sarius is going to be path, correct?
And
we're hoping it's not that, but it is guaranteed to exist. Nocturne Nice because Mirrors and Redead Grave is also possible in math. Zealot Colossus for Requiem and Nice is just the obvious answer. But it could be something sillier. It does confirm that ZL is accessible this seed, so ZL has to be Colossus or Prelude. It cannot be Composer Grave or Ice Cavern. Composer Grave is hard ZL locked, Ice Cavern is logically ZL locked. Minuet is on Burning Cat, correct. We got a hit for that a minute ago out of the Goron City Maze. Both runners have that one. And OT is Sunsong. We're probably not going to need it, but the Graveyard is Path to Twin Rova. Currently for hover boots for Wasteland Crossing. Basically confirmed at this point with our other paths. It could also be required to, could also be for the Sunsong Grave.
So some cool routing here by Xavi, getting a bean, going to Dampe, place the bean, prelude back to the market.
Yep. ZL and Joe Melly down into the scale is possible game spawn, but currently the market is path to Baronade for a lens, which implies that it's for Wasteland Crossing to get Zeal of the Colossus to get to Jabu, which would mean both scales are unavailable. No guarantees though. It could also be here. It could be Big Pose, which Exodus can't do, to note, because he doesn't have the bow from Valley, and Xavi skipped the bottle on bowling, so we're not seeing that for a bit.
But I believe Exodus will get the bow in this trip to GTG.
Looks like it. He's going to do Southfield to GTG, it looks like. Possibly with a stop at Adelaide. Well, no, you can't do Adelaide. Didn't plan to be. Right?
He's also on 2.5 hearts, so the Death War backup is not too bad.
Nope.
But he's going to get more hearts here.
There is, by the way, a strat as big chest and lens game. Is a boomerang. Alright, that's why the lens is path to Baronade. Yawn.
So let's find back Xavi still.
Yep.
But yeah, it's hinted.
Basically, yeah. It is possible to do Big Pose, by the way, without a bow. But there's a strat with Bomb Shoes, and there's also a strat that basically involves running the Big Poe over with Epona. It's the Big Poe by Ranch. Don't think it's worth it, though. Exodus could, but I think he's got better things to do than that. Kinra Lens is confirmed path because the boomerang is on the lens game.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
There's a hammer for Exodus, who now knows he's in Logic. And Xavi has changed his mind and has decided he's going to get that bottle after all.
Wasting 3 choose on that spike, that's actually also a skill.
Yes. And then blowing himself up. That dog is intentional there to set up the angle for this. Yeah, this is good for Xavi because if he sees that Ice Pass, he can just sequence break, and that is true in Co. And,
Where was the
we'll
ice
see it.
path again?
Crater Grotto.
Crater? Oh yeah, crater.
Which he did plant the beans so he can get hovers and then get from an unplayable arrow to get there, which so he'll likely find a hint in a sequence breakover. Because he actually will have hovers to get into Ice Cavern without ZL, which I'm assuming is that the Colossus is the operating theory right now.
It doesn't feel great to have to hike all the way to hovers right now. Maybe you'll just
Hammer
go.
was open Grotto, serious business. So we are currently, basically everything's in logic. Haven't really sequence broke for anything yet. Or we haven't sequence broken for anything that we didn't later find the logic for yet, so.
X is going to skip the bow for now. Maybe he'll come back after GTG, but I guess he will still want to cross.
He also just might be setting his death warp on this side of the valley. Or maybe not.
Yeah, he might. He's going to GGG, then save, and then check the waterfall.
I thought those Colossus' right hand was a hint at a bow, but yes, one of the hands of the Colossus is a bow.
Yeah, it was right hand.
Which, to note, that means that Spirit is not longshot locked. We have hovers to cross the wasteland, and we don't have the key on right hand by way of that hint. This is big pose for Xavi.
Yeah, we already have the market path. Actually, the double market path, so it would be crazy if this is also important.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going here now? Don't send it in yet.
Okay, I guess I would have, but that's his choice.
I think it's fair, and maybe prelude back to hand in the bottle.
Getting hovers first, I guess. So if he does get hovers and then goes back to DMC, he might regret not clearing out the bottle for that. As Exodus is having a very bad day with these Stelphos.
Wow, this is the most weird fight I've ever seen.
Don't see someone chuck a bomb at the Stelphos too often. Next is deciding to not sequence break out of logic that hookshot right now and record only.
The blind double kill by throwing a bomb.
Yep. I'm actually impressed he pulled that off. Skull's command by like can get updated. We got us sometimes for 20 is dead. 10 skulls the only thing that might be needed for that today.
Was that just a very clutch fairy there from the Beamos, or did it?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, fair drop off the Beamos. Otherwise, he might be dead.
Xavi? Yeah, I was like, Xavi just rolled straight past the big post. Hello? And gets just a hurt piece. So yeah, that is a confirmed lens to boomerang path, which is not surprising.
So is he going GGG or is he going ice without having the hint?
I think this is GTG. Was that a small key in the center of GTG, by the way?
It was actually.
Required only, everyone. That's kind of funny. I didn't really see much of anything else in the maze either. So I think Exodus might just clear out of here. Yep. Oh, no. Okay, nope. Going back for left side. Oh, Exodus is gonna feel bad if he leaves here, checks the crate, and immediately finds his bow, because he's going to go around left side without a hookshot and be very sad. He can't check the lock checks on the in the back.
Yeah, that's the random element that's always in those seeds, of course. If just the item was just in the other check and not in this one.
Alright. Like, I can get why Exodus didn't do it. It's kind of slow to do the Death Warp and all. It just feels bad knowing that where it is. Xavi's also going to be able to do HBA, which Exodus can't do right now without that bow. There is a decent chance that Exodus gets the bow after leaving here, but it would be a time loss even if he got it immediately. I don't think that worked for Exodus, or at least I didn't hear the jangle of picking up a silver rupee.
You might have been slightly off, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he's not going back at least.
No. Brain Blast, do this and check value when you get wall mastered. Ha.
Yeah, so far the seed has been working out much nicer for Xavi.
Yeah, I'd say so. He skipped the well, which only had a pair of iron boots that he doesn't really care about at the moment. He had a pair of iron boots and a slingshot, neither which he cares about. He actually did end up picking up that bottle after all, and he's fine besides that. The child trip there for hovers was not the most efficient, but he's still overall currently a bit more efficient. He's also going to go get on opponent for HBA here. I was wondering where he was going for a sec. So, Exodus apparently did get the silver rupees the first time. Oops.
Yeah, so he has. Is it 7 more checks? 4 over here, 1 here, and 2 on the fire enemies.
Yep. Sadly, cannot do the 4 bow lock checks in GTG. Can't do the toilet either. Doesn't have a hookshot for that. If HP or GTG lobby has a hookshot, this is going to feel pretty bad for Exodus. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Bentonor. Exodus has not seen the alley bow. If he had, he would have gotten it.
Yeah, that's not something you come back for later if you're in GTG.
No. Nothing on HBA. Chest in the back of the lifelike room. Big chest here is out of logic. Bomb bag, thanks.
So what I expect is that there's let's say there's Yell or there's Requiem on Requiem, and then if it's Yell, then Requiem is just going to be in Graveyard, I guess.
Oh, that's funny game. 2 bomb bags in the lifelike room. To note, we did not get a DC path. These 2 checks here are out of logic behind a hookshot.
But that also means that hookshot is available without a bomb bag.
Exactly, that was my next point. That's really good information if they can keep track of that as we get, how many keys here in the lobby? I didn't get just a second. 1 key. Yeah, since that is our 6th key that I've been keeping track of. So yeah, that's actually good information, is that our first hookshot is not bomb locked, otherwise we would have gotten a DC path for a bomb bag. Or actually no, we still can't guarantee that because it... Oh yeah, no, because we wouldn't have gotten this many tournament paths if it were the case. Strengths aren't bomb locked, I take it. 1 strength was on Skull Kid, the other's in the Lost Woods Bomb Grotto, and Hammer is available in Open Grotto for Lost Woods Bomb Grotto, so that was not strength locked. Yes, hookshot can be hammer locked, but it's not bomb locked. Long shot could be anywhere. Doesn't even have to be accessible long shot, in fact.
Yeah, there's plenty of things we can still do without eating bombs. So, but rivers might be a good idea to go. Or
Yep. Our magic crossing the wasteland is in, by the way. Oh, actually, no. Crossing the wasteland is not in logic. Our hover boots are bomb locked on the graveyard crate.
yeah, as long as we don't have a skill, these are still bomb locked.
Yep. Iron boots are in the well. In logic, not that that helps much right now, but they are in logic. Serious business, our first bomb bag is in logic, our other two are not. We got 3 Twin Rova paths, which means that there is no DC path, which means that the other 2 bomb bags, which are side by side in the GTG like room and locked behind a hookshot, should be available without a bomb bag. Which implies we have a non-bomb locked hookshot in the seed someplace.
It could be oh no, it wasn't bow locked here. The other 2 chests are hookshot locked.
Yep.
Could it be wasteland, and we don't have fire source yet?
And hovers are in logic. Remember, we don't have a scale for those.
As well. Yeah.
Serious business. Yeah, hovers are in logic. They won't lead to first hookshot, but they are in logic. That is true. Yes, serious business. But we're talking about where the hookshot can be. Because we're not missing a lot, right? We're not missing the most amount of things. We know where our boomerang is. We're missing Rudos. We're missing a hookshot. And we're missing mirror shield, basically. And lights, I guess.
Yeah. So on the top of my head, river is like good to check, but there's only 1 check in logic there, I guess.
1 check in logic to open grotto, yes, because we don't have a beam, we don't have logical hovers. That's behind river access, and we don't have a scale.
So what else might we be missing then?
Fire Temple is a real concern of mine, I'll be honest. We have a wallet, we have a logical hammer. And we do... so we could potentially get into fight with it. How much, I don't know, but there is some non-zero amount of checks and fire there, potentially. Zeal of the Colossus, as expected, that's not a surprise. How am I not myself? Bombs are in logic, but we're talking about where a hookshot can be, because hookshot can't be bomb-locked. If we've been keeping...
Was that Rudos on the arch, or didn't I see that correctly?
I have no idea what that is, chat. Yeah, our bomb bag, and we did not get a King Dodongo path. We got 3 river paths, which implies that there's a second bomb bag available. 2 of our 3 bomb bags are side by side of the GTG like room, which is missing a hookshot to put in logic, essentially. And that implies that our hookshot can't be bomb locked.
Oh, it's a hard piece. Okay.
Yeah. If hovers are passed for crossing this non-zero chance longshot is behind it, unless it's not accessible. Yeah, that's just hard to say, serious business, since Walter's a stone, longshot does not have to be available. How am I not self? We don't have river access for the sake of looking for a hookshot, is what I was referring to.
Yeah, so the logic is very interesting here. So there's not many places where hookshot can be, I believe, at this point.
No, there really aren't. Hexa realizing he doesn't have choose or a ranged weapon. Yeah, he cannot actually do Adult Spirit, which is a feels bad.
Oh, he used up all his choose. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did in GPG, so he might need to go reverse wayside for his choose salesman. unless logical longshot is here, which would be funny. And nope, that's a magic lock magic. Thanks.
Yeah, because we need to cross. Okay. Yeah, so hookshot is the thing we want most at the moment, and then we are almost in go mode.
Or hookshot Rudo's and hookshot Rudo's mirror from glow mode, yeah. Ice Cavern is probably just Requiem as a note for Smith behind ZL, which is why Magic and hovers our path to Rova. That's what I'm thinking at this point.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going
you can't hit the
straight.
switch and Nettle Spear with the bomb, but it's rather precise, and I think Exodus wants to go do something that's not that. You'll never find lighters in Graveyard with you. Oh, Big Chest's hookshot locked on the Compass Chest of Spirit is something Xavi will want to come back for later whenever this hookshot shows up.
Yeah, we're going for that Requiem. Nice.
Yep. I mean, might as well at this point. It is
believe-
confirmed to be available.
I believe the graveyard path has been fulfilled now. Because hovers is pretty.
By the way, we're hard Requiem locked down. High double defense. Because that was 2 big chests on Adult Spirit. Double defense and something of unknown use right now on the Compass chest, because our first hookshot is AWOL. Elval's got a couple more hints here for Exo, which will be nice.
So we have probably Requiem then in Ice. We don't know where
Yeah.
Shadow is, or the Nocturne
Just
is.
Mountain Trill is useless. Great. Thanks. That would have been nice a while ago. Interestingly, the Grotto was Jung, which is one of our not many not bomb locked locations left in the seed. Yes, Water Boss Key is dead. Can we get our final path game? Frogs 1 is unknown, Frogs 2 is dead. Frogs 1 is behind a bomb deck right now, because we don't have scales.
I'm
Dumpy
struggling,
Digging is open, yes.
struggling to think of checks that are available for us still.
Dumpy Digging, chat's got a point on Dumpy Digging. I'm
Wait,
thinking about Fire Temple, to be honest. I
Oh,
mentioned
did
this earlier,
Xavi-
but Fire
yeah.
Temple might be available, but Fire Temple might have something.
Oh, did Xavi not have Damper time when he placed the beam? I thought he had.
I was not paying attention
But
to that
maybe
point,
it
I'll
was
be
too late.
honest. Last path is just going to be sorry, so it might be Inko, who is confirming he didn't have Dompy time, thank you. But it doesn't. But our last path could be for our first hookshot.
So we'll have 2 or 3 more hints right here.
Yep. This is still Path to River in front of King Zora, thanks.
I'm going to be really surprised if we also don't have a forest. Oh, we need to have a forest hint.
Yeah, we are guaranteed a forest hint because Saria Song is path, but it doesn't. We are guaranteed for one to exist, but if it is a hookshot, look, we cannot get a 4th Twin Robo path or a second Baronate path. But it could. If one is guaranteed to exist, but doesn't have to be Saria Song, it could be our first hookshot if that is a thing. If he is still dead, that's not the thing we want in the game.
Exodus really wants to check those paths. Those instones for the missing path.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going all the way to Fountain Fairy, though. Fountain is foolish. And I think Xavi's going to finally go do the well, which we know is going to produce an pair of iron boots and a slingshot of dubious usefulness. I don't think we never saw Wolf's target, but... Eh.
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth on Xavi's side. I think it's like child 3 at them already, or...
Child 3, yeah. Because he went back briefly for the bobble earlier, remember?
Yeah, I was mostly confused. Maybe it was already 4, but it's not that crazy yet.
No. He can do the Dead Hand Room, though. New checks. That is true now. I'm also actually curious. I did not originally track the... I wrote down that we found a pair of iron boots and the slingshot in the well, but I didn't track if they were bomb-locked. I don't think they were, but we can double-check that when Xavi goes in. The ZL log checks are out of log are behind bombs though at the moment. Thank you, Naf, for confirming that irons and slingshot were not bomb lock. No, within the center room. That's what I thought. Okay, so Wood's target is one of our outstanding not bomb lock checks for our first hookshot. Iron boots themselves don't help. Grotto's dead.
Yeah, I'm thinking you might actually be right on the fire. We have a hammer. We might do a
We have a
few checks
wallet.
there.
If we are not key locked out by the bomb lock check, Composer Grave here has Nocturne, Serenades on Prelude, and Requiem and Ice most likely at this point. Yeah, I'm thinking Fire's got a real chance of having our first hook shot.
Yeah, I think so too.
The game giving us Hammer when it's Stonefire and Report only was kind of suspicious, though it got us our first bomb back. It could also just be because Fire Temple is needed. Second bottle of Ice, lovely. Not the thing we wanted.
It is not Rudos, but it could have been in a beatable only seed.
Not when,
Except that we need to beat
Jabu
Jabu.
was a medallion, yeah. Big shots here could be our mirror shield, potentially. Or boomerang, or that. Alright, I guess you don't have to worry about it.
Ice always a good play, except when I do it.
Well, I guess ice light arrows are unmissable, basically, this seed, since it is basically guaranteed
Pretty hard
Radiance
required,
here.
yeah. Maybe there's a crazy possible route where Recurring with your go mode and you skip all the checks here, but not today.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Hookshot is where I think it is, then I see a way to possibly skip those light arrows.
I think mostly at this point it depends where Boomerang and not Boomerang, Rudos and Mirror Shield have gone off too. Because those are particular question marks. Like, we know we're running out of places logically on this hook shot. Boomerang and Rudos and Mirror Shield can be a few different places. Although Rudos at least cannot be Spirit Temple at this point. Rudos locks the rest of Spirit, it looks like. Unless it somehow is, unless it is Vanilla Serenade here, and the path item in Ice is actually the final chest, which would be kind of interesting. This is either Irons or Slingshot, I forget which. Irons, okay, the other one's Slingshot in the middle here. Boomerang is in the lens game. Market his path for a lens. Exodus will check him if he gets time of day for it. Sunsong's on OT, which is why he hasn't gotten there yet, just due to time of day shenanigans. Rules, I guess, can't be the big chest Natal Spirit, true, yes.
So a couple of important checks coming up soon for Xavi. If the dead end room has something great, then...
Goron Tunic and Requiem, yep, there we go.
Another thing pushing you to fire. Oh, there's the Bolero play. I like it.
I think Exodus is going to go find Logic at this point, potentially. Which, because he knows this is the logical density for his stuff. Or he might choose to go right. Oh, he just beat Ice Brain. And nope, it's going to save quit instead.
He wants to go Sheldon? For what?
I guess so. There's a slingshot for Xavi.
Oh, he wants to check market then as well?
That's possible. Unfortunately, Exodus is still missing that bow, which kind of stings.
Yeah, it would have been the golden move to just save in GGG and just check waterfall. I know some players do that play sometimes.
Yeah. Exodus is setting time of day looking for Dampe, which isn't a bad play at this point, honestly.
Oh yeah, Dampe is also...
Did we get Dampe for Xavi? I was not paying attention the second time either.
No, Incoherent said he didn't have the Dampe time. Lots of going back and forth between child and adult.
Yeah, this has just been kind of a dry seed. Yeah, the issue is that Nocturne is their composer case. There's no easy way back there with time of day. Alright, is Dead Hand of any use? Nope.
We also shouldn't forget that Xavi still has to do Deco at some point.
He'll do it with Jabu, I'd assume, if he's gonna try for at least, but...
Yeah, he can wait as long as he wants now. We also kind of know that Rutos needs to be early, with Requiem being where it is.
Yep.
So maybe early hookshot and then Rutos in forest. I can see that happen. Just a week or two ago, I had the pleasure for the first time to beat the 1 in 32.
Nice. What was the hint in Graveyard? I kind of zoned out on Xavi's end for a sec.
I was actually focusing on the on the keys on the left, so I don't know.
Xavi safe coding gonna do Lens Game, not Lens Game, Deku, I guess at this point, as Exodus gets his boomerang from Lens Game. Market Faraday too, but thank you, chat.
Is he going for Child Goron City?
Child Goron City, Woods Target, Darunia is the thing he hasn't done in Child Goron City. I think he did Hot Rod earlier. He definitely did Hot Rod earlier because that was a wallet. They both have that. And Woods Target is a paperweight. Thanks.
Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, so I don't expect to find a hookshot here. It's always possible, of course, but this is still behind hookshot as far as we know.
Yeah, the Darunia can't be our logical hookshot because ZL is not in logic without bombs. It could be logical. Long shot could be a whole lot of places. The logical long shot, that is. And no parties.
Lots of linguists in chat today.
Yep.
Apparently we have a boring seat on our hands.
It has been kind of slow, to be honest. We've only got 2 medallions, and one of which we only got 3 medallions for EXO, one of which we started with, and now we're in a half game, which is pretty slow for these guys. It's just they just haven't been able to do their dungeons really due to this lack of a hookshot wherever it's gone off to.
Oh hey, what did I just say? Don't expect to find hookshot here.
Oh, funny. That's bomb locked.
Okay, what if there's a fire source, like Din's in fire? That would also work.
No, that's actually bomb locked, Matt. Its strength pot isn't in logic.
No, but if you have Dins, then you can also light the torches.
No, you need bombs for the pot.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
That's logical long shot, now that our runners care.
Sometimes knowledge about the game is making you worse instead of better.
Obviously, maybe not Path and Graveyard with both hooks available. That is possible. The thing is, we don't know if our runners know that our bomb... Well, we don't know exit...
I think they should know that hookshot should be early. I believe they have pretty much the same information as we do. Yeah, there's still a world where both hooks are available.
Yeah. And if hovers aren't path, then we're looking at Sun Grave.
Oh, but this hook is hard bomb lock, right? So the other
Yes, you
one
need
can't
a
be bow locked.
second.
Yeah.
But
So
the
this is-
second,
Or they can be both available. You mean? Yeah.
yeah. We need Rudos and Mirror Shield correct, is what we need for go mode. Logically, we're supposed to find a different hook shot, but I don't think our runners actually care very much right now.
There's the ice hint for Xavi.
Yeah. I wouldn't say Exodus is an he has a Deku Tree done over Xavi, but it's foolish. Xavi's just going to beat it whenever he beats Jabu at the very latest anyhow. I'm not worried about it. Bomb Bag that was not in GTG was Wolfos Grotto. Accessible as adult with Hammer from Open Grotto and Field and Saria Song Vanilla. I don't know why the bot isn't working, Goomba. That's a problem with the bot. It was working fine earlier, but I guess it quit.
So to comment on something that was happening in chat, I actually think Exodus is ahead because he knows where he can get another bow at Child Spirit, and he has Deku done, he has Ice done. So
yeah, maybe. Actually, it might be the case. Although Bow and Child Spirit is still going to be a time sink that Xavi might be able to skip. Yeah, for some reason the hint commands got wiped. Fixing that. He's fixing that to be specific.
It's not a big time sink, I believe.
It's not a huge one. I think it's just. I'm honestly not. Yeah, maybe his Exodus does have a slightly done second thought. He's getting his hovers now, which I forgot he hadn't done earlier, but it's pretty close, I'd say, overall. We've still got some decent bit of seed left between our runners. So I'm just going to go beat Forest now, which is going to be some new checks.
Yeah, we have on the positive side we have new checks. On the negative side, it's Forest.
Yep.
X is going back here for the last two checks. That's slightly surprising to me.
I guess while he's here, he wants to be thorough.
Yeah, we still need Rutos and Mirror Shield. Sometimes you're trying to understand how these players think, but then they are aggressive on one moment and then defensive on another moment. It's sometimes really hard.
Logical. Well, I guess our hookshot was on the Goron pot, which it's not necessarily logical long shot, but it is bomb locked, and we know one of our hookshots should be available without a bomb bag. Yeah.
If we find a skill, that also changes things, right?
It does, because
then we can get a beam.
Scales gets hovers. Yeah, that's the thing, because hovers are currently bomb locked by way of river access. Strength 3 is for a couple different types of funny right now. Not very helpful. We might never find out what's in fire, to be fair, yeah.
It's unacceptable. We need to find out the logic before we end the stream. Okay, so new checks on both screens.
Yep. Child Spirit for Exo and the Forest for Xavi.
Bernhard is a little scary.
To know the Goron hookshot is not hookshot locked, it's just bomb locked, which is an important distinction, and if both hookshots are available, then hovers might not be path for wasteland crossing. But we also just get into weirdness at some point here, so it's hard to say what's going on exactly, y'all. I think it's one of these cases where logic's going to make more sense if we can find the items and then figure it out after, instead of trying to predict where the items are based on the logic.
So the one thing we do know is that Rutos cannot be anywhere Requiem locked.
Nope. That's very simple because Requiem was an ice.
So if we are finding something, it's going to be Mirror Shield.
Dins probably doesn't exist in this seed. Yeah, that would make sense. And Code Dins doesn't exist, so
Yeah, but we have a magic path to turn Rova. Oh wait, that doesn't necessarily mean it's already passed.
No, Magic Path to Twin Rova is confirmed because
crossing, yeah.
we need it for Wasteland Crossing because ZL is at Colossus and locks Requiem. That's easy enough.
Yeah, so we don't know anything about key locked, fire locked keys here.
Nope.
No, Xavi.
Alright, 2 small keys on Child Spirit is not that surprising. What was the market path? Lens to Boomerang, both in market.
Yeah, so Exodus is going to climb all the way to the bow. And then he has like a full progression dungeon to do.
Yeah. Yeah, this Dodonga's non-path makes things weird, for sure. We don't even necessarily need to find our logical not a bomb-locked hookshot anyway, is the other thing. So it just might not matter ultimately. Alright, another small key here, small chest. Water isn't foolish, but it's a stone. They've gotten 3 separate sometimes hints telling us the central pillar is a small key, the river chest is dead, and the boss key chest is dead, so they just really have no interest whatsoever in going there.
We also have 10 skulls left still.
That is true, that could be our not a bomb-locked hookshot,
Or the scale.
or a scale, which would make all sorts of things weird, yes.
Because then also Child Domain is suddenly in logic.
Yeah, there would be something.
Yeah, so my best guess is that when both runners are done with their progression, I suspect Exodus will be a bit ahead.
Yeah, I think so. Because Xavi still needs to go iced and then go child spirit.
Still needs to do
Uh,
Deku. Still needs to do Child Spirit. Not as far as Exodus is doing right now, but
No. And Exodus on the other side has to eat Forest Apple. I'll be getting this bow here in a minute. Child Domain is in logic, yes, Palm, but it is bomb locked. Remember the ongoing discussion about one of our hookshots can't be behind bombs. And we know our Goron Pot hookshot is bomb locked because it's the Goron Pot. Child Domain being bomb locked is also the same reason why hover boots are bomb locked. No room for Exodus Child. I mean, also, yes, the runners do not care about where the not a bomb locked hookshot is, honestly, at this point. We care. Just for the sake of logic and because I need something to talk about. The runners don't right now. We don't actually hardcore a long shot for anything at the moment. Forest Temple is snooze right now, by the way.
yeah, there's not many things happening, and we can only guess as to what the logic is. So
Zeph, to clarify the thing about Dodongo's non-path. DC is path to Twin Rova, correct. However, we did not get a path to King Dodongo, which is interesting because our first bomb bag was Wolfo's Grotto. In logic with Saria Song and a hammer, that's fine. Both of our other bomb bags are in the GTG like room, behind a hookshot. Our only hookshot this seed right now is the Goron Pot, which is very much not in logic. For us to have not gotten because we didn't get a path for that bomb bag of any kind, that implies that one of our other bomb bags is available, aka both of them, since they're next to each other. And that implies that one of our hookshots should be available without a bomb bag. It can't be the Goron Pot bomb hookshot, so the other one has to be available somewhere. We're running really hard out of checks that are bomb locked. We're down to a couple really silly checks like 10 skulls, some amount of stone fire. Again, hammer is in logic, and not much else.
yeah, I don't think that there's any more than that.
In barring disaster, we're never going to see stone fire. Yep.
But we still need 2 items, and the runners have done quite a lot already. So not unthinkable that we go to fire at some point. I
Like
believe
if a scale shows up, you might care because at that point you could have letter hooking hook. Yeah.
we still haven't seen Dempe digging, have we?
No, because nobody's had the time of day for it. Yes, we could be missing a pattern that's like SFM to Phantom Ganon or something. We should have a Phantom Ganon path. We know that there is guaranteed to be one because Saria Song is confirmed path. But there could still be multiple items on it. We know there's at least one PG path item, which is Saria Song. There could be multiple, and if there is multiple, it could be potentially the other hookshot, depending on stupid things. It gets a little weird. Actually, I'm not sure it could hit the other hookshot. The hookshot in the Goron Pot isn't hookshot locked. It's just that it's bomb locked, and we know our bomb bags can't themselves be hookshot locked because otherwise you've got circular logic going at some point. But it's probably just Saria's path to PG, honestly. Could be the Bowen Valley too, because we haven't seen another.
Yeah, it's crazy how, to the untrained eye, it seems like a very straightforward seed, but just those 2 bomb bags in GTG that made everything so confusing.
Yeah.
And also the knowledge of the no KD path.
Yep.
But if there was a KD path, that would also make it very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a bow on Spirit right hand, true, but yeah, actually, good point. Never mind on that point. If that one's available. Yeah. Don't mind that. Strength 3 for Exo. Go path would carry some implications. We got one, yeah. Toilet Room is unavailable for a couple of different reasons, including the fact that, well, it's hookshot locked. It's just plain hookshot locked, mainly.
So I was just thinking that we have now strength 3, so you can nicely pair OGC Fairy with maybe Dempe.
Possible, but there's not much else they could do as child, though.
Yeah, so the alternative would be just go fire then.
I think it would do something at some point. I mean, Xavi actually it might be appealing for Xavi to go child for Dampé to get the child spirit. Well, he'd have to go ice first, but I think he might go ice anyway after forest here.
Yeah, Xavi needs to get back into the race for doing all the progression he behind now.
Yeah.
But we also know of big chests in spirits, but we can't have Rutos.
The big chest on Adult Spirit can be because that one's not Requiem locked. Boulder's chest is available.
Yeah, it's kind of Rutos.
It can't. It shouldn't be our other hookshot on that big chest, but it can be Rutos. And it could be our Mirror Shield. SFM path to PG is likely between Saria Song and the Bomb Bag, yeah.
Are there any hints available to us that we haven't seen?
Back Lake. Hyrule
Yeah.
Castle 2.
Maybe even Hyrule Castle 1, or did we see that already?
Hyrule Castle 1 nobody saw. Hyrule Castle 3 is available, although Balrog technically, whatever the last word. Some other loose ends I'm forgetting likely. We didn't see the Fountain Fairy hint either, since Fountain's foolish.
Anything on PG? Oh, Force.
I'll take it.
Okay, now Adult Spirit is pretty decent.
Yeah, an SFM path to PG would not tell us anything.
So I suppose this is the ice play. Has to be.
I mean, it makes sense. I feel it. Not too many other places to go right now, to be honest. Xavi knows he's Requiem locked out of. He's Child Spirit locked out of. He's Child locked out of Spirit. He knows Requiem is in Ice, basically. The seats. Ice is path to Twin Grove after all, and it's more likely the Requiem than a Mirror Shield, though it could be both, and he'll get his light arrows in the way too for a bonus. That said, we might want to discuss where this Rudos is at. Logical fun about Hookshot aside, Rudos can't be in Spirit at this point. Other than the one check on Adult side in the Boulder's chest. Where is it? For Rudos. Our only path to Baronade was for Lens and Boomerang and on Lens game, which doesn't really help us with Rudos. Ice had Requiem, so it cannot be anything other than the Boulder's chest left in Spirit Temple. And I'm not sure how many places are out. Well, there's some. It's mostly some silly spots for Rudos, I think. Stonefire, the 1 or 2 items in Stone Water, 10 Skulls. Not a ton of places for Rudos, honestly, at this point.
There can still be Rudos on King Zora, but it would be wild.
Rudos on Casey would be interesting.
We do have the 2 wallets. So yeah, for the coming minutes, we don't see anything new. So
No, Edel Lake has not been checked. That could be Rudos. It cannot be our first. It cannot be the not bomb locked hookshot. Although that's an interesting point from chat. There are not bomb locked hookshot shouldn't be hammer locked either, because hammer would then be hinted path to KD. See, it continues to get fuzzier. Great. 10 Skulls is looking really big for that hookshot, in all honesty. If that is correct, which it sounds like it is, though it's really hard to keep it straight.
yeah, so then it's probably just Skulls or Dampe.
Yeah.
So before the seed started, I was kind of thinking, are these only 2 runners in the tournament with an X in their name, or do we have more?
I'd have to go double check, I will be honest, because I don't remember. There's Alexis and Zap as well.
Oh yeah.
So you missed 2.
Oh yeah, Russian, of course. How could I forget? Dangerous question with all the linguists in chat.
Yeah, so our patents. DC is patent owner for a magic meter for Wasteland Crossing. Raven's patent owner for hovers, also for Wasteland Crossing. Market's patent Baronade for a boomerang. And the lens. You actually need to put the lens back in the command because the lens was path to get that boomerang, both in market. And Ice's patent Funerova for Requiem. Wasteland Crossing was required to get Cielo the Colossus to get this Requiem here. Lighthouse incoming for Xavi.
Okay, curious what Exodus will do after he cleared forest. Will he dip into spirit? King's War skip is allowed again this season. It wasn't in previous season to shake up the meta.
Yep.
But yeah, we're crazy skipping left and right again. So I know that Exodus is on like 6 or so skulls. I haven't been paying attention to the skull count of Xavi. Probably near 0. And there's Requiem for Xavi.
Yep. Yeah, to check clarifying, King's Roar Skip was banned for Season 4 because it was discovered right before the first rescheduled qualifier. Qualifiers had to be rescheduled that year due to some technical issues with race time, if memory serves. Yep. Yeah, we crashed race time. Xavi's going to go get that big chest in Adult Spirit now, so we'll get an answers to what that is. And he's gonna go do Child Spirit, probably. Might do Deku at that point, maybe not. That's probably. Might do Deku, hopefully do Dompe Digging and 10 Skulls. I'm just kind of curious what those are. We're just running out of checks, period, on Rudo's ladder. Even aside from our missing hook shot, we just haven't found Rudo's, which is itself a bit concerning at this point.
Yeah, neither runner is going to feel happy when they find the next big thing.
Yeah. Now, it is possible, as well, something I haven't mentioned yet, is that it's possible, I think... Actually, no, I'm thinking about Tensen still getting a little turnaround. This could be Rudo's, honestly. Nope, BGS. Ooh. Thanks. Not the thing we wanted, game. Xavi's likely to. Oh yeah, that's true. Xavi likely to do Child Spirit for the 2 keys and leave to do the rest as adult. New fire source though might incentivize him to climb to get the fire lock checks. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows the bow strat, but it's a bit stupid.
Meanwhile, Exodus has collected up to 10 skulls now.
Yep.
So we're actually still pretty even. Xavi's getting the key here on child side, and then we're back even.
Oh, you still got to do Deku, which is gonna be a bit of extra time.
That's right.
At some point.
I guess he really wants to wait until he has Dins.
Yeah, I suspect so. He's hoping to get Dins and do that with Xavi whenever he finally finds this letter. Roar's picked up now for EXO. I don't think there was a key on either map or Sunblock. If there was, one of Din's or Fire Arrows would be guaranteed available, but it is good to check just so you're safe to not get locked out.
Yeah, I think both of the fire locked checks are just normal chests.
That's what I thought. EXO going to do Adult Spirit now. No Mirror Shield, but there's a real chance it's just in here somewhere. Rudo's letter cannot be in here, but you have to do this at some point anyway, so might as well.
Okay, now the exciting moment of the race continues, where we will see new and fresh check. The runners have routed the seeds very differently. They'll end up at the same spot.
Pretty much.
So this should be the last check for Xavi. Maybe he does one more. Oh, he doesn't have. Yeah, he's probably doing one more.
Yeah, he's gonna do some block while he's here. We have not seen 10 skulls. We also haven't seen Dompe digging 2 of our handful of remaining checks can have either apparently our first hookshot or our Rudo's letter, which are both rather missing, and we're running out of places on both.
Exodus, or what's happening?
Exo? I'm a bit confused. Oh yeah, Trapper needs to mark the water down for Exo.
Maybe he just wants to follow logic at this point.
20 is hinted dead. 10 Dompe digging and a bit of fire are basically our checks for hookshot, or that the scale hookshot, and also we're that's about close to what we're got left for Rudos, to be quite honest, Dinko. Even aside from bomb logic, we don't have much for Rudos.
Yeah, 20 skulls was hinted at as well.
Yep. Arania, I'm confused at how Exo could have run out of keys, though. Yeah, I thought he had won. Like, Exo shouldn't have run out of keys, because if he had, we have a problem, because he's done
No,
his...
I don't think he could have run out of keys.
Yeah, no. He wants to find Rutus first, I guess? Yeah, it's quite possible, which wouldn't be a bad play at this point, honestly. We are going to see 10, though, so that's one of our remaining in logic anything for our missing items, really. And, oh, you're kidding. Okay, that... Oh, dear. Okay, so this just made everything we've been discussing about logic for the past while a hot... Uh-oh.
So now it can also be in Adult Lake, for example, the thing we're looking for.
Why are hover boots path to Twin Rova? This is concerning. Okay, so yeah, Adult Lake's an option because we can buy beans. Our hovers are no longer bomb locked. Lovely.
But that hookshot will always be bomb locked. So
the hookshot is guaranteed bomb locked.
So
that does open up some new places for where our other hookshot can be.
So it might just be Adult Lake now, where the hookshot is at.
Yeah, it could be.
Even child domain.
That's a point as well. Unless Dins is available, you do still need a cross to get the Goron pot hook. That is true because we don't have ZL because ZL is behind the crossing. Spirit statue hand has a key. There's still several. I think this is. I said this earlier, but I think this is one of those seeds where the logic's going to make more sense in hindsight once we have all the pieces. Because trying to guess where stuff is going a little weird at this point. If Din shows up, then Shadow probably has something. Yeah, it could still be Oops AD. We know where the water. We know 3 of the places where the water temple boss key isn't. We have a hammer, which is. And iron boots. Hammer is apparently at least helpful to our bomb back chain of things, and fire might be required too for stuff at this rate. Deku's foolish chimp. He's just not bothering. He's hoping to get Dins at some point to round it with Jabu.
Yeah, this is one of the few seats where Deku is open, Deku is a medallion, and one runner hasn't done it in the first 2 hours.
Yep. And Dompe's a Bloopy. Okay, so scale was our logical unsticking point, likely to get to go figure out where our logical or not a bomb locked hookshots disappeared to. There's the other scale. That one is bomb locked, by the way. You need to blow up a Beavis to get here. That is gold scale ish by the bomb back shenanigans. Happy 2 hours, everyone. Please give our runners a follow, Exodus and Xavi, my co-com Matt, and our trackers Palm and Waylon, as well as our restreamer Zinedine.
Also, thanks for being on comms with me, Star.
Absolutely, always a pleasure. Where's Exo going? Child River, I guess.
Child River, perhaps.
Lap dive shouldn't have a hookshot, no. Top aisle. Got that for a second. We haven't seen Frogs 1, and that's about it for River.
But yeah, all of a sudden that's also a hot place to check.
Yeah, because that's now in Logic. Storms is on Malin, and Scales are logical river access. Without bombs, that is. Child Domain's also available without bombs now with a scale.
Could just be Rutos here in Domain all of this time.
Could be Paradox Letter, could be around. The hook can't be bomb or Hammerlock, it's probably Domain at this point. Possible.
Yeah, or Adult Lake. I wouldn't count out Adult Lake yet.
The hook and letter locations are basically the same. Yeah, it honestly probably could be. Could even be job with hookshot, maybe, yeah. Hook on KZ would be very funny. That would be something, Vielnog. Although you'd think... actually, no. Running. There's no sometimes hint command on ACSR, Arania. Or sometimes hints. Herald Castle Fairy is the 5-pack of Choose. Colossus Right Hand is a bow. 20 Skulls is dead, and we got 3 separate sometimes hints for Water Temple. The Central Pillar is a small key, and River Chest and Bosky Chest are both dead. There's a reason they're not touching Stone Water today. They really don't want to, with a third of the checks being hinted. Yeah, Stonefire here for Xavi is one of our interesting places to get to.
It's collecting up to at least 4 sticks, because we all need at least 4 as long as we don't find Previous Sword.
Yep. K-Sword could be anywhere, it does not have to be available.
Also beatable only, so... But the seed will give us our solutions very soon. Based on how the seed is going, I suspect Exodus and Xavi will find something both at the same time, but maybe not the same thing.
Alright, 2 small keys in the basement loop with fire, so we can continue here.
Yeah, what if you find Bosky here?
If you find Valsky, I'd kill Roll Baby at this point. It's not bad.
Didn't know you could jump over the switch.
Yeah, oops on the side top. 3rd key. Okay, game. We are not bomb locked out of here yet, concerningly. And, okay, game. That doesn't help anything. At all. Those are never the problem.
The runners have found all bows, but they haven't found the same bow.
Nope. More keys for Xavi. I saw child fishing a very long time ago for Xavi. This was useless of some sort or another. We are hammerlocked, that is true for Fire Temple. We are not boot locked, though. So yeah, hammerlocked out of here. So unlikely there are hook shots in here, or other hook shots in here, but Rudo's letter absolutely can be up here someplace or another. Notably, if Hook's here, it can't record the keys in Hammerloop, and at this point, Hook can't be in here anymore because everything beyond this is Hook Hammerlock. Yeah, Exo's never getting the Valley Bow, and he's basically assuming that's I think that the GTG bow lock checks are dead, which they were, to be fair. But he does not want to get back there.
Yeah, he's going to hard last locate the last bow, which is good for him.
AKA he's never getting it, because we know he'll eventually find everything else.
Okay, we're going back adults. Where to? Adult Spirit, maybe Fire as well.
Yeah.
Adult Lake.
Adult Lake's an idea. That is one of the things that is in now. Big Chest and the shortcut, by the way, is
So how do you get to Adult Lake?
Scale. Scale gets his beans for Adult Lake. Oh, and the opponents to ride over. That is great. Fire's been available for a very long time. We had Wallet was in Mido's house. Bolero was in the windmill, and Hammer was in Movement Grotto. So this has been available for ages.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be bomb locked. But then again,
it's not bomb locked. It is hammer locked.
But we also figured out it couldn't be hammer locked either.
Yeah, the other hook shot shouldn't be hammer locked. Otherwise, Hammer would be pinned to the path for KD. Any where the letter is brought? Not Spirit Temple. Yeah, is basically the answer.
Yeah, not in any of the checks that we've seen in the first 2 hours and 10 minutes.
It's also not Big Post, in case you're wondering, because this market was Path to Baronade, but it was for Lens and a Boomerang.
I really think it comes down to Fire then.
Fire, Adult Lake,
Adult Lake, yeah.
Water Temple absolutely stinks, but is available for Rudos, though it can't be for the other hookshot.
We have a big chest here.
Yeah. Paradox Letter is an option.
Never occurred to me that it's actually smart to enter the door and come back.
And there it is, Rudo's letter in the fire map chest. That is kind of gross.
He's continuing, so for what? Was there another big chest in the shortcut, maybe?
Yeah, there was. Which could be our,
yeah, it might very well be the long shot or mirror shield, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that is a hammer-locked hook letter.
Oh yeah, no hook shot, yeah.
Stonefire Hollow, because this was the densest play left in the game, quite literally. They've been running really hard out of checks for a while. Ha! Thanks to the last bottle game. Not it.
Oh yeah, Exo still has the bow lock checks left here in GGG.
Yep. Yeah, welcome to Mirror Shield Casino. It can be anywhere. Hey, Zinedine, that time. I think it's about time for a bet for our missing Mirror Shield. Rudo's Hollow was the map chest of fire. We still haven't figured out where the logic would be on the anything. I'm gonna go bet. We aren't guaranteed that Sunsong Grave is going to even be available with required only, but we know that our other hookshot should be available somewhere in the game.
Oh, hey, we're going to the deco.
Yep. Yeah, I guess Xavi's just given up and wants to just... He's doing... and just gonna clear it since he's here. He's given up on waiting, I guess, which, fair enough. Ice is full cleared there. We have seen all of Forest, DC, Foolish Deku. We've seen about half of Fire, Deku, Fountain, and Trail are Foolish. We've seen all of Ice. We've seen most of GTG excepting the toilet, basically, at this point. We've full cleared the well. 10 stalls is done. That's our first scale. 20 through 50 are all hinted to be either dead or a slingshot in the case of 50. Water Temple, Central Pillar is a key. River Chest and False Key are both dead. And that's... yeah. Main checks left for Mirror Shield. Rest of Fire Temple. However many items are left accessible in Water Temple. Our other hookshot should be available someplace based on extensive discussion that I don't currently feel like revisiting. Other hookshot should be available somewhere. We know that, which should basically make all of water clearable. No guarantee we'll ever get access to Stone Shadow. We still got the top half of Stone Fire available to us. And yeah, we're kind of running out of stuff.
Yeah, usually I like to place Furores somewhere near the PR spot at Deep Fire, but in this case, Furores was in Spirit already.
Yeah, I wonder. I have no idea if Exo's placed together the weird hookshot logic, and we don't even know if it's going to matter because there's not a guarantee that. Because Mirror does not have to be longshot locked. Xavi doesn't know where the other bomb bags are because he never touched GTG. Xavi rushed Spirit Temple for the song in which is ZL, and then seeing if he was keylocked, which he was. Exo knows where that 2 of his 3 bomb bags are in the same location, and but I don't know if he's thought about the reason why he didn't get a KD path, because that's one of those things that is not very intuitive mid-race.
How can you be notorious for mixing up hookshot logic?
Yeah, the hookshot logic doesn't help you because you almost certainly don't need longshot until you do, Echo. Baronade, yeah, Jabu could have the Mirror Shield. Brain farts. Does Xavi have any child cleanup after Jabu? Not really. I think he's basically flow cleared the place. Flow clear child, that is brain. That Star's pocket wall, bro.
Oh wow, you can even hookshot. That's a good trick.
Yeah, there is a hookshot target there in the toilet. Actually, there's a couple in here, and just a small chest.
Oh, now he's checking Waterfall.
It's gonna be kind of sad to see this, though. He should check Waterfall here, just generally from his perspective. Because like he's running out of checks as a Sphere Zero. He doesn't want to leave us behind since he's more or less in the area, but he's gonna be a little grumpy to see this. Exo did not plan to be in it Lake. It is free Scarecrow though, so you can just go pick those checks up.
Also, I'll be right back again.
Yep. Alright, Xavi's off to Child Domain and Jabu now as Exo picks up his final bow. Speaking of our water temple, sometimes since there's one of the copies for Exo. Xavi got a skill from Metal Spirit. Xavi's also only got 2 sticks, which I don't think he realized. Uh-oh. Looks at the move for a second to runs up. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be doing hot strats on Baronade. Just get case word Jabu problem solved. That would be funny. Okay, he noticed. Yeah, okay, good. Bit of a time loss, but it's less of a time loss than doing pots, building pot strats.
Okay, I'm back.
I'll come back. Xavi tried to go to job without sticks and then realized he should go get sticks, so he's doing that.
So I was actually giving. Oh, hey, there's.
There's our other hook shot. Okay, that checks. Scale on top of.
I was actually giving the graveyard with another thought. Are we sure that hovers our path now? Because I think we can just get those hook shots, right?
No, we don't have Dins to get the Goron pot. That is. Dins is behind Wasteland Crossing still. Or sorry, our long shot's Wasteland Crossing still.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're right.
That particular hook shot is also scale locked.
Okay, at least we can sleep in again tonight because we know the logic.
Although, actually, because that hookshot is scale locked, and so is our Goron pot hookshot by way of Wasteland Crossing, unless we can, because our Spirit Temple hookshot, our Spirit Temple scale is bomb locked. What is that? Shoot the sun. Huge rupee. So it's hammer to bomb bag or scaled to beans to hookshot to GTG bomb bags. No hook bath bomb bag. Okay, yeah, Inko straightening me out. I got myself a little turned around. No path bomb bags. That solves that. I think I managed to mix up something different there. It's fun to string together this. 10 skulls is Fear 0, basically, yes.
But yeah, good thing for Exodus is that he figured out the logic, but Xavi, on the other hand, is ahead on progression. He found Rudos. Mirrorship might be just around the corner.
Yep. Yeah, the fire map chest is kind of an ugly spot for Exodus. He's running out of checks gradually, but this is looking like a last location fire temple for Exo.
No, 10 skulls is not Sphere 0. You need at least one other thing.
Basically 10. It's basically Sphere 0 for the sake of S7. There are other settings where you might need stuff, but since we are guaranteed a source of sticks and whatnot, it's 10 skulls. It's Sphere 0 map.
Yeah, with Open Deku, with Open Deku it is, yeah.
Even without Open Deku it is.
I'm not sure. I think you need to do a trick, for example, the skull on the lab.
No, I think it's available just without, because you've got...
I remember that it was always saying 8 or 9 when I opened up my tracker, when I was in the early days.
Did you remember to mark sticks off and whatnot? Because that's one of the considerations is, oh, Exo's going stone water. I guess you know where your stuff isn't in water temples, but this is an interesting play to go here before fire for Exo. I guess he's maybe doing it because he's in the area, it's hard to tell. As a reminder for those who who missed the earlier parts of the seed, and we aren't doing Central Pillar, that's a small key. Well, River Chest and Boss Key Chest are both hinted to be junk. The rest of this is unknown. Yeah, you're right here and don't have Serenade. That's a good point. Or this water temple dip.
Yeah, you don't even want keys with all those checks that are hinted at. Maybe Dark Link. So what were the exact items again on those checks? Was it how many keys were on River Chest and Boss Key together?
0 keys on River and Boss Key. Those were both junk items of some variety. I do write them down distinctly.
Okay.
There are only 2 items left in water.
Okay, then Dark Link actually needs to be a key. And we only have 2 more items left.
Yeah, Darklink's either key or boss. Well, no, it could be an item with Darklink. There's our mirror shield. Alrighty, that is mirror for Xavi in Javu. And
That's the GG.
this is seed. Yeah, that'll be GG. And as far as the 10 skulls goes, 4 skulls in CAC, 1 in Kokiri, 1 in Lake, 1 in Market, Hyrule Castle, Adlet OGC, and Adlet Goron City. Yeah, that is 10. And, okay, if you want to get a re-explanation of why we are discussing Hook's logic for a solid, a good chunk of the race, 2 of our bomb bags were in the GTG-like room. The 3rd was on Wolfo's Grotto, accessible by way of Hammer and Saria's. But we didn't get a bomb bag path, or a hammer path, which implies that the other 2 bomb bags had to be accessible without bombs, which basically meant we had to have a non-bomb locked hookshot somehow. That ended up being pretty much a logical last location close to last location not bomb lock check scale on 10 skulls for beans to get the lab roof for hookshot.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild race in the end.
Yep.
With
Wonder Boss key on bow target here.
Yeah, so Exodus shouldn't have collected any keys because Darkling needs to be either an item which is then dead or a key. Because there can never be 3 items on Boss Key and Darkling Loop.
Yes, there can be. I'm not sure why there can't.
I mean, the key logic in Water doesn't allow for 3 items on Darkling, River Chest, and Boss Key Chest. It can only happen in Beatable only. But then they would all be dead.
Hey, it's beatable only in this seed, and no, you can't have 3 items, you just can't have 3 keys.
Yeah, but if those 3 checks are items, then they must all be dead because you... Wait.
There's 6 they're all 5 key locked, but it doesn't mean that there has to be a key on one of those 3 checks, Matt.
No, I think it does actually.
No. You can in fact have 3 items there, and then the keys are all just in the front.
Oh, maybe I'm confused. Then it's maybe only like 5% chance that happens.
I mean, the odds of all 3 being items are low, but it's not a guaranteed they can't all be items. They cannot all be keys. And outside of required only, which, by the way, this is a required only.
Oh, then my mind has the thing remembered the other way around. I thought it was sometimes 3 in the center area, and then yeah, okay.
No, I think you just got confused.
Yeah, I memorized it the other way around.
Yeah, logic doesn't have a magic, you must have a key line in it. Yeah, Bilnog. There has to be a minimum of 1 item on those 3 checks, assuming no skull sanity or key sanity. There cannot be, but you cannot have more than 1 small key across through those 3 checks, because otherwise seed gets busted in ALR. I like how we have found 0 out of 2 items in water so far. Yeah, Inko, decent chance actually that Morpha and Dorplink have gotten the other two.
Have we found the boss key?
Yes, that was good target.
But yeah, we have entered the bracket phase of this tournament, so all matches are best of 3, and this is game 1, so looks like Xavi's going 1-0 up for the best of 3.
Yep.
And they'll be back in the weekend, I believe.
I'm pulling up the schedule right now. Game 2 is in fact Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, correct?
I'm not sure if it's getting restreamed. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Restream schedule hasn't been set for Sunday yet, so we don't know.
But yeah, Exodus is still very much in the tournament.
The winner of this matchup is going to face off against the winner of Hyper and Floosh, which will be a good matchup as well.
Darklink playing hide and seek.
Yep.
Wait, is he not there at all? What happened?
No, I think he's here. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I thought he touched the island, but
You learn something new every day.
Rule's letter was in a Fire Temple map chest, which was quite the pain.
So the reason I was confused earlier in Water Temple with the key logic is that I think it works such that if you generate like 100 seeds, then 95% of those seeds are going to have 2 items in the 5 key locked checks and 2 items in the non-5 key locked checks. And in the remaining 5%, I believe this can happen indeed that there are like 3 in the checks that we just discussed.
Yeah. Hello, yeah, Mirror was in Jabu.
So we're looking at a finish time of approximately 240 something.
Yeah, a couple minutes for Rova, then about 6 to 7 minutes for Ganon Castle. And Ganon, so
Maybe 240 sharp.
something around there.
Yeah, sometimes you have seeds that are 80 that are completed in 2 hours and 30 minutes, but now the seed wasn't so kind to the runners.
No, the settings had the potential to be pretty fast, but that Rudo's letter location really quite stunk, and those hook shots were not very good either. Like both runners crossed the wasteland for ZL to then get their hookshot off the Goron pot, because neither of them got skulls all that quickly. Because 20 through 50 were all hinted dead to get the scale for the labyrinth one either. So they just didn't have much reason to go late.
For a moment it looked like the shortcut was set on Exodus' side.
Exo found the logic and it's a true victory. Sarcastic at first. So yeah, I think we did actually find eventually the full hookshot logic shenanigan, so that took a good right in there.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that Xavi was the luckier one today. I think both runners could have taken this one easily, but
yeah. I think one of the bigger turning points just ended up being fire versus water. I am curious what drove Exodus to water, since there was only 2 items left in there.
yeah, I think he just wanted to check Adult Lake for the logic, perhaps, and then realized, oh, I'm here now, I need to water.
Yeah. Record only really didn't lock much of this seed, if anything, by the way. I mean, we didn't see Shadow Temple, but who knows where Thins is at. I guess that was about it. They did actually give us Nocturne. And other than that, we didn't really get locked out of our stone dungeons, unfortunately. Thins very well could just be in Shadow. Yeah, it could. Thins is probably unavailable, is at least hovers locked, since hovers were paths for Great Wasteland Crossing, but that's about the only thing that's of note there at this point. No idea what's on Rova, and we don't care.
And that's the final medallion for Xavi.
Yep.
Time to play Prelude and beat the game. I usually add about 6 minutes for the final part of the game, so it might just sub to 40, but he needs to play super well. We have Begoron Sword, and we have double defense. Shouldn't be any hardships on the way.
No, this shouldn't be a real issue for Xavi.
Kind of reminds me of my own Challenge Cup seed, where the Longshot was also on top of lab. The Mirror Shield was also one of the items I didn't find until very late.
Yeah.
When I had already lost. And I also didn't have Serenade, so lots of similarities there.
Yeah. Yeah, Serenade was on Prelude, and Elfian Jabu with a really bad Frutos letter location. I mean, you could have gone fire much, much earlier. We were discussing that as a possibility for a good portion of the seed. It just never ended up being. It just didn't end up being appealing to Zombie for a good 2 hours and like 20 minutes, and for his Exodus, well, he's only now going here. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna find his brother before Zombie finishes here. Map checks is a
Yeah,
reason.
it'll be about equal, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
But probably Xavi is a bit faster. Yeah, I think both had some issues with their execution. They probably didn't feel great for most of the race, neither of them.
Yeah.
Just came
Thankfully,
down
neither
to
Zabi redoing Dompe race or Exodus's FP ended up being particular deciding points here. Both would have felt bad. Yeah, Zabi's age change routing did get a bit screwy mid game. There were quite a few age changes in mid game that were some pretty short segments that ended up. Yeah, Exo just didn't have a bow forever was a problem on his side. That valley, not getting that valley bow kind of bit him in the rear.
Yeah, not having the bow wasn't maybe ideal, but on the other hand, he knew where one was and he could have gotten it earlier, I think, if he wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, Exodus is not going to make it to anywhere to that Rudo's letter before Xavi finishes here, because Xavi's just arrived on cannon.
Just 8 more hits if all goes well and the game is over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's any nerves on Xavi's side. He doesn't want to be sniped. No mistakes there. Yeah, that should be the sub 240. Well done by Xavi.
So he's going to take game 1 here versus Exodus in an official race time, .gg time of 2:39:34. GG.
GG's. And we'll be joined by him in chat soon.
Yep. Exodus will not be joining us for an interview, but we do have ourselves a Xavi. GG.
Hello.
Hello, GG's. What a crazy race that was, Xavi.
I don't know. I felt behind the entire seat.
Yeah, I can imagine. Both of you must have done that. Yeah, so how far did you think you were behind, or did you think it was
like, I don't know, when I got the ice hint, I thought, oh my god, no. If you just get Requiem before crossing Wasteland, that's a time save, I guess. Also, losing a Damper race, like, right at the end.
Oh, that feels bad, yeah.
Yeah,
That was really shitty for me, yeah.
Then also the flames right after, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big frustration moment there, yeah. So I thought I'm behind, so let's go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do something strange.
Yeah, there was a couple sticking points for you guys. That hook shot on the Goron pot was really quite late. Do you want to know where your other hook was? Axo found it.
Yeah, where was it?
So your first scale was 10 skulls.
Okay.
And your other hook shot was lab roof.
Lab roof. Wow. Okay.
We knew from our end, if you watch this back, we spent a decent amount of the scene talking about where your hookshot could be, because you guys got 3 twin robot paths. A PG path had to exist because of Saria-san. which meant a
Oh, I never
KD
got that.
path didn't exist, so your other two bomb bags, at least one other bomb bag had to be available that wasn't Wolfo's Grotto. You never found it, I don't think, but guess where your other bomb bags were at?
Ooh.
GTG like room, both of them.
What?
Yep. So you had to have a hookshot that was available without bombs in order to have a no path bomb bag, which ended up being scale and 10 skulls to get your lab roof hookshot, which got really spaghetti after a point. I think that scale into hookshot was a near last location as far as logic went for the lack of a KD path, but that got really goofy.
Yeah, but the bomb bag in Sacred Forest Meadow was a logic, right?
It was
Like
logical.
right at the beginning.
Yeah.
It was logical, but one of the other two, aka both, because they were next to each other, had to be available for you to not get a KD path. You got 3 Toroma paths instead for Wasteland Crossing. Thanks, game.
Oh yeah. I was happy that
Very
I actually
helpful.
found the rang in Market, at least.
Yeah, there was that. You had Lens Magic and Hoppers all for Wasteland Crossing.
I thought maybe it's actually lens for crossing, so there's nothing else in Market.
We were debating that. You guys had the time of day got a little screwy for that in Dompe digging because Sunsong on the OT was never happening this season.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really figure out a way to route Dempy in.
Yeah, I don't quite remember how Xavi did it. He did, I think not Xavi, Exo did it, Brain. I know he did it eventually. It was like a bloopy or something, but it took a while.
Oh, okay.
So when you found bow and the hammer early in the game, how did you feel? Did you think that Exodus might do the same?
No, that was actually a gamble because I had some problems in a specific grave. So
yes.
the first moment I found hammer, I thought, yeah, let's go. And then I found shoes in Kokiri Forest, and then I found the bomb bag in Sacred Forest Meadow, and I thought, oh no, that was just a big waste of time.
Yeah, Exo didn't find that bow in Valley until very, very, very late.
It was his last bow, yeah.
He went GTG, I think, a little earlier than you did. He checked the crate, but he didn't check the waterfall. He ended up double dipping GTG at one point to get the bow lock checks. He also did the toilet for a small chest. So you got HBA, you skipped GTG and was fine. There was nothing in there aside from 2 bomb bags. And yeah, that didn't help.
It's crazy. So he did all of GTG.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah, in the end.
Record only was funny, stuck a small key in the center chest, but yeah, there was nothing in there.
He also cleared water and looking for the last 2 items.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why he went water instead of fire. Like, I actually wanted to go water because I felt really behind. So if I had 7-8, I would have gone there actually.
Well, I think he might have gone there. Maybe he was thinking about where that other hookshot for it could be. Now that he needed long shot for much, to be fair, and maybe it was just trying to do a bit of cleanup before committing to fire. And then he found long shot. It's like, oh, I guess I'm here. I've got long shot and Serenade's not happening. Let's just go.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, well, I was debating if I want to go to fire or water.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I have Bolero. I can easily get there.
Yeah, and also half of Water's items was hinted to be dead. That was funny.
all the sometimes hints, yeah.
We noticed, yeah. It's like, okay, just Central Pillar and Bosky chest and River chest. Thanks.
So yeah, I have no more questions. GG's again on the win. Just one more for the
GG.
next round.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck in game 2 on Sunday.
Oh yeah. Let's see how that goes. And thank you very much for the restream.
Yeah, always a pleasure. That is about it, though. Let's turn it over to Zinedine for outro.
Yeah, GG's again, Xavi.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the Sunday match for sure. Last thanks again. Thank you to our trackers, Palm and Waylon. Thank you so much, Star, for race monitoring, and thank you so much, Matt and Star, again for commentating. That was very entertaining to listen to. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So we always appreciate the volunteers stepping in and helping us put these on. And I shouldn't have done this last, but I accidentally did. But thank you so much to the runners for letting us restream you. And even though you kind of had to agree to it, but we thank you for letting us restream you, joining the tournament and letting us restream you. Because without you, we obviously wouldn't have the entertainment. So we very much appreciate you guys so much. Tomorrow we have the game one. Game one for Angel. Okay, and tonight, 6:20 Eastern, we have Angel versus June as game one, and then tomorrow we have the game two of that very same match at 10:20 a.m. Then we have a potential Zooter Multi-World versus Donut Dog Wolf versus Anju Secret, and that's the round 5 of that Swiss tournament at 3 Eastern for Zooter stuff. And I did miss, it looks like we are putting on the Zelda 2 randomizer, the winner brackets round 1 at 1 Eastern for tomorrow. So that's what we have on the docket tomorrow. If you want to see all of the races for Sunday and the rest, you can do estimation schedule in the chats. I will send us over to, the only person on my list that's going is Kayla. So we'll go by and say hi to Kayla, give him some support on his Triforce Blitz pickup race that he's doing. So from the ZSR family, we appreciate everyone in chat for coming out and watching, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.